Good afternoon, everyone. I thought we would talk today about some safety. Okay, so safety here on YouTube, safety in social media, and a whole safety at home. Safety at home starts in and around your home with the people who live in and around your home. The other safety is when you're out on platforms like YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is that you use. Okay, there's Telegram, there's Discord, there's giving your phone number and your email out. Certain things always connect back to you, back to you, back to your home, back to your family. Okay, so that being said, it's safe to say that within an hour or less, people can go and find out where anyone is. Okay, that's just a fact. It can and will happen. Okay. Now, some of us women out here on YouTube put ourselves out here at risk. Okay, we don't mean to. We don't. We're not dumb, but we're human. Okay. And when you show certain things around your home or outside your home or outside your area, okay, it doesn't take long for people to take certain things and do what they will with them. But I want to talk about today is that we all have a niece. We all have, some of you out there have a daughter, daughters. Some of you have granddaughters. And some of you have wives. And what I want to talk about today is women. Well, I'm a woman. Women in a whole are human, just like men are human, okay? And we all say things and do things, and some of those things aren't really right, especially in the eyes of God, okay? But when I start watching videos and I'm looking in comment sections and I start seeing some women hang out with men and other women who speak ill of people. Okay, I'm just going to go out and say speak ill of people, not just women, but just people in general. Okay, so I come across something I had been watching a while ago, and there was a comment that stuck out to me. And I didn't stay but I noted what was going on, okay, in my Lake Fairy files, okay, whether they be in my brain or wherever they are kept, all right? I know that seems to be kind of a running joke, so we're just going to go with it. And women are strong, okay? And that offends and bothers some people. So I have no problems listening to a man or to a woman. It doesn't really bother me. And some may think, well, that's because you are a woman. You'd listen to both. People are humans, okay? People have thoughts and opinions, and real godly people, okay, can also fall. But in a whole, these good people look out for other people, okay? And then you have the other type of people who are out to destroy others just for their own. It's not even really a gain. It's just for their own entertainment, okay? Because they enjoy that type of thing. So when I come across this comment almost 2 weeks ago, I'm not going to be reading the whole thing, but, these so-called independent women will be traded like other barter items soon if they aren't standing behind a man. And then there's women in that same place, okay, who I know have daughters. And they're there with that kind of comment being thrown into a section here on YouTube. So there's some people out there you need to be aware that think of women as a barter item. Okay? They're no longer human. They're just a barter item. And then there's people who think that certain things should be done to women to keep them in their place, if you will. We're just going to go with that. Okay? If you don't have a little girl or a woman in your life right now, there will come a time where you will. If you have sons, those sons will then have a wife and they will have daughters. Okay? And I would really hope as a papa, a grandpa, pop, whatever, that you would protect her. But that doesn't seem to be the case always. It's not just women. It's boys and men. People have been used since the beginning of time. People have been harmed since the beginning of time for gain, other people's gain. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is that in a nutshell, there are a lot of people and groups out there that really do not have people's best interest at heart at all. At all. And this is concerning to me because over on my channel, I like to keep it safe. Obviously. You know, we put ourselves out there and we show things to help others. It's not to make ourselves feel unsafe or find out later that, you know, this is unsafe. So I'm not going to stop doing this. I won't. I'm going to be out here whenever I feel I need to be or want to be. If I want to do something silly, I'll do something silly. If I want to do something like I'm doing today and something serious, I'm going to do that as well. But I've taken note, okay, in the Lake Fairy files of these people who hang out with those kind of people. We are watching. We know. And it was really sad to see on how many women who have daughters and children that were all up in this, thinking this was funny. This isn't funny, okay? And it happens, and I'm not talking about a particular channel, so before you go and attack me on that, I'm not bringing anything that up that happened a year ago, months ago, weeks ago. I don't care, okay? I do my own thing, and that's how it's going to stay. I have my small circle, and that's how it's going to stay. And in this house, my family, my neighborhood, I have a lot to learn. A lot to learn. And I hope that you all see that you all have a lot to learn too. Because when we live to learn, we learn to live, right? So if you're not learning something every day, then I don't know. I feel like I can't go to sleep yet until I've learned something. Something. So how do we keep ourselves safe? Well, maybe not engaging in some of the things that are going on. Maybe not talking about where you're going on a certain day for other people to. You may think that it's just an innocent conversation in chats, whether it be in comment sections of people's videos or in a live. But there are predators there just watching like this, waiting for your comments to come up as to maybe you're going to go to something in a certain town, in a certain state. Maybe there might be someone who lives right there near you where you're going. Maybe you have an icon that shows your face, or maybe you're a creator like me and your face is just right out there. And they can sit and they can wait and they can watch. YouTube is not a dating site. I'm going to remind you all of that again. And what you do on your own time is your business. It's none of mine. But I don't want it on my channel. And I'm going to reiterate that over and over until y'all get it through your heads. It's not safe, okay? You wouldn't let your daughter or your niece or your granddaughter or your son, I mean, it doesn't matter what gender you are. There's good people and bad people. And there's good people who make bad choices and there's bad people who can make good choices. But somehow, where do we come in the middle to keep moral and keep people safe? It's human nature to think things are funny. Farts are funny. Sexual things are funny. But keep it somewhere in somewhere. Don't be. This is so hard to talk about because I am not a perfect person. I talk about everything from turtles that can fart and breathe through their butts to my wood looking like a certain funny looking thing that in the moment, I may talk about it. Again, I'm not perfect, but I know we have boundaries, okay? And we step out of those boundaries often or sometimes. It just happens, those boundaries. But as a human being, I'm just going to personally talk about me. I have a boundary line, okay, for myself and for others. I learn new things every day. There might be something I was saying or doing that I don't agree with anymore. You know, it just happens. Sometimes I learn, like, wow, that phrase I was using is really maybe not good. Or that thing I was talking about, that was pretty nasty. Maybe I shouldn't talk that way anymore. Or, I put myself in check. But again, I am not perfect. None of us are. None of you are. My family is not perfect, but they're perfect for me. We work on ourselves. We work on things, and we make mistakes, and we try not to do those mistakes again. Okay, so I'm going to go in here and I'm not sure what some of these things are, but I don't even know how to do this without stepping on toes or getting accused for talking about people, or it's in a hole, okay? It's in a hole. Again, we're not perfect, and I'm not trying to point out other people's faults over my own faults, because I absolutely have faults. But when I see these people flip-flop, and I see these people who I thought were really genuine, good Christian, God-loving people, and they're out there speaking ill of women, are good for nothing but to barter if she doesn't have a man behind her. What is wrong with you? That is sick. That is sick. And anyone who is around that, I don't want you here. I'm sorry. And if you're listening to this and you're realizing, oh, wow, then you're welcome to stay. And I don't have control of who watches or who stays or who goes. But I can assure you that I am not perfect, but my heart is loving and it's in the right place, and I do care. Because when I see things like that, I think about people who right now I may not agree or even like those people right now. Okay, but I still care. I still care. And I look to the future of when your sons have daughters and they are your granddaughters. Are you going to protect them? And I think about these women who have daughters. Do you not think of yourself? Some people don't think very much of themselves. And then there's the other spectrum where people think too highly of themselves. So where do we come in the middle? You know, I'm not going to be on any fence like that. Anyone who's on a fence like that, I'm sorry, just fall right there. Just fall right there. Because, no, I'm sorry. You know, this whole hot, cold thing, it's not a game. It's not a game. This is very unsafe. And I wouldn't want anyone in our mag thinking that they could just barter people like they were an item, or think that they needed a certain something to, you know, keep them in check. Okay? What we have here is something beautiful and great, but also what we also have here is something sinister and evil lurking every day, every night. And there are people out there, okay? So you can go and continue to pick on me and bash me and lie and make up just these wild, crazy things that you think happened or are happening, okay? But I'm going to assure you right now, you can say whatever you want. That's out of my control. But what is in my control is how the beginning and the end of the day and every time in between is where my heart is, my spirit is with him, with my Father in heaven. Okay? So when Jesus died on the cross for our sins, okay, and we go through Jesus to the Father, okay, and that is the only way. He is the truth and the only way. Okay? That's where I stand, is on the right side of God. He knows me. And that's all I need. And the people who know me know me. Yep. I have a very loving husband and an awesome family in this house, outside this house, and here on YouTube. I consider many of you friends and family. And that's not going to stop just because some people think that your YouTube friends are not family and friends. They absolutely are. Okay? We are. Depends on what you think family is. I care and I love all of you. But it doesn't mean that I have to associate myself with certain people. It doesn't mean I'm any better than these people. It's just that I have boundaries, and boundaries are important. They're called my personal boundaries. I have that right as a human being for personal boundaries. And when there's people who think it's okay that certain things calm down women, or that they're nothing but to be bartered off later if there's not a strong man behind them, you have issues. So there's definitely been some changes on our channel on a lighter note, and we are very happy with those changes. These changes have been going on since September, being talked about in a small group. And for anyone else who wants to know why I changed my name, it's because I want to be able to do whatever I want on my channel and not be put into a box. Yeah, no one should be able to be put into a box. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of get up here and bring some attention. And I'm not attacking anyone, and I'm not attacking anyone's channel, and I'm not trying to talk in code for anyone to go and say, well, Lake said this or she said that, and go watch this video. I'm not trying to make trouble. I am concerned for my own self, my family, and for all of you who are friends and family. Okay. And I just wanted some people to be aware of, if you have kids, watch what they're doing, watch who they're involved with, watch what they're watching. When you're in a chat, ask yourself, is this really something that I would want my daughter doing or my son doing? Is this something that, it's like if a woman is going through something, okay, and there's another man involved who's not doing anything. That person has to ask themselves, would I allow that to be done to my own wife or daughter? So never underestimate a woman, by the way. And I'm going to admit, I love my husband's protection and the men in my family's protection. That I cherish that with everything that I am. But I will assure you, never underestimate a woman. Y'all have a great day. God bless. And I love you guys bunches. I just really felt the need to come out here and say this today. All right. Have a great day.